Then we're going to use a short shader, which is a very packed little brush. It's a smudger brush. And we are going to use, which color should I use? Actually, I think I'm going to do a blend of those two colors again. And we're going to literally go through the lash line. Start at the outer area and go straight through the lashes, not below it, straight through them. And what is this doing? It's building your lash line. It just makes your lashes look thicker. And if you like to, you can also stamp what's left over right at the lash line on the upper lid. Tap it off real good because it's going to fall out if you don't. Right through the lashes. And that is one of the reasons you get fallout, is because it's just knocking them right off. Knocking the powder right off the brush. The lashes are. And see how that just kind of builds the color there? And again, I'm just going to stamp on the outer area right at the lash line. And what does that do? That just puts color between the lashes so you don't see skin. It's kind of like a natural liner, especially if you don't like to use eyeliner. And then I'm going to use my finger, because I honestly feel like this is better. I'm going to use my middle finger on this, what's this color called? Femme? No. Yeah, Femme. That means like lady. Right on the lid. And I'm going to go back. I'm not going all the way in this time like I did yesterday. And up a little, just a little, to get that color in there. It's kind of subtle. Right in the middle, back. And just up a little to kind of blend it in. Even if you didn't do this just from your lid, you know, opening and closing, it would blend. And that is a color I really do like too. I like this palette, y'all. I do like it. I like every color in it. And I feel like it's a very useful contour palette. It's a very good colors for me, especially for any kind of a blendable smoky eye. So I'm going to use a clean, this is an E40 blending brush. I'm just going to go back and forth here and get rid of lines. Don't over blend it or you'll get rid of color. And I don't want to get rid of color. Just want to get rid of lines. Let me make that clean again, get what I just got off. Right there in the front, that line right there, I just want to blend that out. See that line right there, right there? I just want to blend that out. Not too much because I don't want to blend the colors together and get the loss of the colors themselves. And then just blending this outer area so there's not a line out there. Now some people like a very cut look and they want that line. Like they will use tape to make that line. I like more of a blended look for just our purposes. And then I'm going to go light with the liner. I'm going to use liner, but not much. It's going to be a short one this time. Just a little short tail. Yep. Just in the mood for a short one today. Go all the way down to the lashes though, because that's what fills in that space. And just little short dashes go in front of the last one every time. And that's how, because people are like, how do you draw a straight line? You don't. You draw little dashes and connect them. Anybody ever told you that? Yes, I have. That's it. I'm not going to go overboard this time. Oops, there's a little boo-boo. So we'll just connect right there. Again, very short. There we go. That's all I want to do. Very, very short. Yep. That's all I want to do. This side is always harder for me because I'm right-handed and this drag of the skin, because you know, I ain't 20 anymore, y'all. So it's loose skin. And so when I, even in little dashes, little short dashes as I can be, when I drag across the skin, it makes a dotted line instead of a line. Because it skips, because the skin doesn't hold taut. Is that the right word? Taut? Taut? Taut. I just boo-booed again. I may have to make this a little longer then. Trying to get that little triangle to fill in. There we go. It wouldn't be a Beth Buchanan video with all the little barkings and noise in the background. Didn't make it very unprofessional, but real. There. How good is that? I feel like that is too high. It does it every time. Every time I try to go over it, it's dragging it. Huh. Which makes for a dotted line. Oh well. There's also just a point you get to that you're like, I'm done. And it's like, you need to blend. I'm like, I'm done. I'm just done. I also just noticed a lot of fallout, so I'm going to use a dual fiber brush and just kind of flick off all this fallout. A dual fiber brush makes the end, the base brushes are more dense right here, and these are not, and the longer ones. And so it just, look how it just makes a blend. A fan brush does the same thing. Same thing. Do I have a fan brush? How do I not have a fan brush? Come on. All right. Anyway, but it just flicks off any of the little fallout that you have. Make sure that the crux of your nose right here and here and here and here, right here. There's always places you don't even notice it until you get to work or you get somewhere and you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, that looks terrible. Look at that. The actual brush, a little brush piece came off. I think that's it. I'm noticing that this side, these wrinkles on either side of my mouth and right there, I have a wrinkle because the way my muscles work when I smile, is holding makeup. So if that happens, don't put makeup there. Like, go around it and then just blend good, and then definitely go get it back off, because it does make it look older, y'all. I'm just telling you. Because it creases. Even if you put powder. Matter of fact, for older women, do not put powder. I agree that you finish with powder. Every time that I do it, it makes me look more old. Not even finished, just older. So, I guess that's the end of my look. How do I look? And we are over by just a little bit. What do I think? Would I go out like this without any blush? I think I would. I think, unless I particularly want a pink color on my, a pink color on my forecheeks, like right here on the apples of my cheeks, right here. Just having the, kind of almost like a, it's kind of like a rose bronze. I mean, it's more bronze than rose, but the contour is enough. I don't think I need to add the pink today. What do y'all think? Would y'all always add a pink or red or whatever peach color, or would you just use contour sometimes? And that's the defining look in your cheek area, not the color. Well, that's what I'm doing. So, I don't have an eyelash curler handy. Again, why? I have so many tools. It's truly, there's something wrong with me. I have so much makeup stuff. I just like have an addiction to makeup. Is that it? I need to pray. I'm not saying that lightly. I need to just ask God to help me not to buy so much makeup stuff. I mean, how much do you need, right? Okay, but I do a lot of this. I am brushing through my brow because it's kind of looking a little too drawn on. And that just kind of disturbs those lines I made, so it looks, you can see the hairs a little more than the lines. You go to the base and brush up, but don't brush through. Just up and off, and then down on the point tip. And then this go from one brow over towards the other like that, like you're going that way. And see, that really brings the hairs up so it looks a little more natural. I'm going to go ahead without an eyelash curler and use, when do I do this? Never, 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 never. Ooh, did you see that big hunk of goo come off? I'm so glad that didn't hit my lid. But that was a really good way to start off getting all these tip ends done, 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 done. So we tipped out the end of the lashes, and now we're going through, dragging it through to get color all the way to the end of the lash. Wow, this didn't really rake off much. It's almost like it was heavily preloaded. Don't y'all think? It's a lot of mascara for one pass. This is the CoverGirl Lash Blast, and it is a really good heavy loaded. And it's waterproof. So you tip out the ends with the tip of your wand. You tip the ends of your lashes to make sure they've got mascara on them. And you squint so it doesn't hit your beautiful area you just did on your eyelid. You don't want it to bend all the way back to your eyelid and make little marks, which it often does. And then you come through from the base to the tip, and what that does is take back off some of that tipping that you did, but you're sure that you got all the way to the ends of your eyelashes. Here, and then we're going to wiggle, wiggle down, wiggle, wiggle down, wiggle, wiggle down, wiggle down, down, wiggle, wiggle down, whoops. And just give a little bit to the lower lash, which some people say you shouldn't do. It makes you look older. I think right the opposite. I think if you don't have anything down here, no little hairs, it just highlights those wrinkles that are right below your eye line, your eye lower, right there, your waterline. But when you put these on, at least it puts a shadow over them. You don't see them as much. So I completely disagree with that thought. Matter of fact, I think it also looks very odd that you've got lashes up here and none down there. I just think that's just so bizarre. So that's one pass, and I think one's going to be enough for today. And so this is my final look, y'all. What do y'all think? I think I really especially like the color on my lid, but I like the way it blends into the other colors. I just think it's a really unique palette. I would say I probably don't have anything like that color on my lid. It's just almost like a clay blue-green taupe. It's the weirdest color, but I really like it. Okay, well that's it. Please, y'all, show mercy when you're watching my other videos on the essentials of the Bible, because, I mean, the essentials of Christianity, because I'm not a scholar, and I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm not schooled at all, because I have studied quite a bit over the 30 years that I've been a Christian or so. But just be patient with me in trying to explain it. I know I don't always do it right. So, anyway, I love y'all, and I'll talk to you again soon.